Welcome back to another adventure in Dees Nutz. Got myself a new hat. I'm an hombre. I'm an Australian hombre. I throw another shrimp on the bobby, eh? That was terrible. Hello, mate. How's it going? We're here down under. Down under? From under? Like from under cheese. Look at the camera when you talk. From under cheese. I don't know. From under where? From under the table. Okay, last time we did the obtuse and the square garden blocks. That was pretty much it. This time, I'm going to show you how to fix the air holes on the glass one that I did on the vinyl. For some reason, there were so many air holes. I just, you'll see in the video, I'm not going to tell you. I show you how to fix those. That worked out really well. I'll show the final results of the obtuse block and the square block. And I get to do, I've been commissioned to do a custom address sign for my friend's garage. So I'm gonna make that. I'm gonna show you how to make that, and then as a special gift, it's so special. She's from my friend's from Ohio, so I'm gonna do a carving out of tiger eye of the state of Iowa. I always say Iowa. It's not Iowa, damn it. Let me tell you something. If they make it, it'll be a miracle. Ohio. So I'll show you how that comes out. So without further ado, let's get to the video and check it out. Okay, check this out. I hope you can see that. You can see all these little holes here. So I got my trusty Minwax wood putty. It works real good. Watch this. See all those holes there? Just rub it on there. It's not gonna work with the rubber gloves. Putting it in the holes. You just gotta squeeze it in there. Hey, Mr. Drucker. So, get all those holes in there. Let's just use that as an example. And then take a little piece of paper towel. And voila, all the holes are gone. So that won't be too bad. I'm going to do that to the whole thing. And then I got to figure out how I'm going to finish these, if I'm going to use concrete sealer or polyurethane or something. Okay, sidebar. I just got commissioned to do an address sign. So I cut these numbers out of cedar, because cedar is good for outdoors. But I'm going to paint those white. And then I'm going to do this rough sawn piece of cedar. I'm going to do about 2 or 3 coats of clear coat on it. And then she's going to hang that on her house. Very nice. Here's the finale. I put 2 coats of polyurethane on this. Looks very nice. And this is the finale with 2 coats on this one. The obtuse angle. And I don't know. At first I didn't like it, but after I cleaned it up and did it, I think I like this way better, putting the rocks on top. Because then it looks more like mortar. I think it's cool. In fact, I'm making another one. This is the second one I did. And I am going to go quite in depth in telling you all the things I've learned with the second one as compared to the first one. And I will show you this finale when I'm done with it. So here's a project I'm working for. I'm doing this project for a friend. I took a piece of tiger eye slab and then I glued this map outline on it. And then I took this Dremel diamond blade and I cut it out, and then I used the edges to get in here. So if you don't know, this is the state of Iowa or Ohio. And then now I think I'm gonna put these pieces together and kind of lift this off the base, and then I drilled a hole with the Dremel where she's from in Columbus, and I'm gonna glue this tack in there. Then I'm gonna frame it up with these because I'll have rough edges. So here's the end result of the address sign that I'll be putting up at my friend's house. Came out really nice. Ended up taking about 12 coats of polyurethane to make it all shiny. Looks very cool. And this is the Ohio sign from my friend, that she's from Columbus, and the white dot obviously is Columbus, Ohio. And as you can see, I did some meticulous detail to the tiger eye to make it look like the state of Ohio. Dork. And she's from Columbus, so I stenciled that on there. That looks pretty cool. Turned out really nice. And now, this is the second one I did of the obtuse. This is the first. They both look great, but I like this second one better, and I'll tll you why in a moment. There's a lot of little tricks that I learned on the second one that made this one turn out a lot better than the first one. I mean, the first one isn't bad, it's just not as good as the second. Welcome back. I just spit there. I didn't bubble. I spit. I actually spit. Welcome back to the Nut Ward. Can we talk? Can we talk? So this is going to be a little bit longer Nut Ward than normal. Because there's a lot of things I want to touch base on that I haven't seen yet. There it goes again. I can't help it. It tickles. What we're doing and stuff. So hang with me, and let's finish watching this. What an adventure that was, wasn't it? Dang. Mr. DN. You know, that's what the locals are calling me now. Mr. DN. You know, I'm well known around the community. So, you saw the two pieces there. The two obtuse pieces at the end there. Forgive me while I'm going to be reading. Look at the camera. I'm going to be reading from my notes. So, because there's a lot. With the square one, the vinyl, I forgot to take the thick clear plastic off the top of the vinyl. That's why it wouldn't stretch right. So if you're using the vinyl that you get from Hobby Lobby, it's only $4. Take a 50% coupon off That's $2. Oh, you can't beat that. The vinyl will stretch, so you would be able to do that. So I might try that again on the sidebar, and then I'll show you a picture of it. I showed you the two different obtuse ones. Oh no, wait, hold on. I found out fewer nails. This is... You're doing it again. Martha, he's losing his mind again. He's gone, I tell you. The fewer the nails, the better. If you have a nail gun like I do, shout out to Rory. Thanks for the nail gun, bro. Still using it, bruh. It's a lot easier. But fewer nails are better. The form comes off real easy. So I learned that. When you make your frame, number, oh. Okay. And scene. When you make your frame, number the corners. 1 1, 2 2, 3 3, 4 4. That way, when you want to make another one, you know the screw holes are going to go in the same place, and you got a frame. And just keep reusing your piece of plywood for the bottom. And as far as the obtuse one goes, well, any of them, you want to make sure that you're laying out your whatever you're putting in there. You can put jewelry in there. There's an idea. Let's do a square one with jewelry and stuff. Odds and ends, trinkets, baubles, bangles. Whoop-de-doos. I'm gonna do one of those. That would be awesome. You want to lay it out first when you cut your meshing. Now, especially on the obtuse one, I messed up on the first one because I set it up with the meshing backwards from the frame. Duh, Mr. Dees Nutz. So that's why that was a little difficult for me, and I was worried. I had to hurry and rush and all that happy crap. But I do like the way they come out better when you lay them on top, because you can work them in, and when you're done with it, you're gonna take that wire brush over it anyways, and you're gonna clean that surface off, and you're gonna clean some of that material in between the stones or whatever you have there. So that'll look good. Another tip is, once you think you have it cleaned, it's really not cleaned. If you're working with glass, or like I did with the slabs where they're nice and straight and flat, take a razor blade and go over it, because even on the second coat I realized I was leaving little concrete chips over that. So that's another good tip. So basically, dark. For those of you who missed the dark is back there somewhere. There he goes with his finger again. It's a nervous twitch. You have your layout ready. Place your layout on the concrete. Tip number 2 for the better obtuse one. just place your pieces out there before pushing them in. Don't push them in right away, one after another, because then you can tell if you're a little off or whatever, and when you're pushing it down, you're going to have a better result there. Now, after you push it down, this was, I don't know why I didn't think of it. With concrete, the water's always going to come to the surface. So take a piece of paper towel and soak up that water. Again, it'll give you a better idea of your placement and how deep your pieces are. With the first one, there was so much water on the surface, I wasn't able to tell, and that's why I pushed some of those stones too far down. So I did that like 2 or 3 times before I actually finished the second one to get those nice and level. So it's not going to hurt the concrete whatsoever. So however many times you need to put that paper towel on there, soak up that water, the better. And then you're going to use your fingers to act as your little mortar filler. Again, on the first one, I didn't realize, because there was so much water, that the concrete was actually farther away from the edge. So by soaking the water up, you can see where you need to push the concrete down in between your pieces. And on the foil, on the second one, the first one, it came off okay, but there was still a bunch of pieces that it was kind of difficult to get off. I sprayed it down with some silicone lube. You can probably use like PAM or any kind of non-sticking spray, WD-40, whatever you want. But when I put that foil down, before I nailed the frame to the base, I sprayed it with the silicone spray, and man, that thing popped off like nobody's business. It worked real well. And as you're sopping up the water, you're able to see if you have stuff on your rocks. So the second one, when I finished it, when it was all done and dry, it didn't look anywhere near like the first one did when I had to wire brush it. It worked out real well. You can take your paper towel and just wipe your slabs off lightly to get a lot of that concrete off, and then when it's done, you hit it with that wire brush, and it worked out real well. Oh, and another thing, I took a 4-inch putty knife, and once my concrete was in there and I tamped it down, I took it on the edge of the frame and I kind of like jiggled it down till it hit the bottom of the plywood. And I did that all the way around. That made the border almost bubble free. Almost. I mean, it was much more less porous if you will, than the first one. Also, I wanted to show you these. I made these. These were actually sets of dice for a customer, but she's not calling me back. So if anybody's interested in these, they are 25 bucks a set. You get 2. You got jade, quartz. This is a you can't really see it because it's not focusing. This is a plume agate, and these are so dark there's just no way you can see it, but this is basically blue tiger eye. This is red tiger eye. Ooh. Again, this is blue tiger eye. This is tiger eye, but it's got a blue mix to it, which is really cool. The blue kind of bleeds into the brown. And this is Tortella fossilized shells from the Paleozoic era. This is a different type of agate. Focus, focus. And this is euconite. Euconite, iconite. Anybody can ite tonight. That's pretty cool. So I did those. Whoa, the camera moved. Check it out. Don't freak out, man. Just stay chill. All right, so we're gonna answer some questions. People are wondering, what's with this penguin? I think it was, I don't know, Bob or Bill. Sorry, Bob or Bill. I can't remember your name. What's with the penguin on the stove? Well, a lot of these questions have to do with the stuff I have in the background, so let's get to that. Bob was like, hey man, I didn't see you. How did you do the penguin? And this is a Chili Willy that was actually hanging in my grandmother's basement stairwell that my, I guess, step-grandfather made. So I didn't actually make that. And this sign says, God bless our mortgaged home. This was hanging in my entryway when I was like 2 years old. And it's always been, it's been a part of me, man. And then we have the Hawaiian air freshener, which was my son's first air freshener for his new car. And then this Ooga Man I received, I found in the garbage when I was spraying lawns for ChemLawn, and everybody used to call me the Ooga Man because I would keep spraying in the rain even when you weren't supposed to. So I thought that was cool. I had that in my truck. The Coca-Cola sign, that's another one that was hanging in my grandmother's basement stairwell. And what else do we have here? We have Charlie Brown. We have a Charlie Brown there. I can't remember where I found that guy. This caveman is a caveman that I made in like 4th grade art class or something. And I can't remember that blue guy's name. This was my favorite car when I was little, so I always kept it. That's a bluebird feather that I found. And this dog, Odie, you know, Odie is Odie, man. He's so awesome. My sister had a dog named Odie, and that was, that's the epitome of Odie, man. And, of course, the yellow dude, whatever you call him, I don't know what he's from, but, hey, and there's my pops. Hi, Dad. What's going on, dude? And while we're at it, we might as well show the projects that maybe some of you have missed. You can go back and check out how I made this sign. And of course my Dees Nutz signs. And we have the Chupacabra in the center here that we made. We made the dark. And we made the El Gato, the blue cat skull. So the copper one, Chupacabra is a raccoon, and the duck is a duck with shark's teeth on it. And then we did these beer signs. That was one of our first projects that we did. We did this puzzle of Midway, one of the greatest movies in the 80s. And then we showed you how to do this pour on a 78 album. That was pretty cool. Did some Strohs, did some of these. Rory in Vermont or New Hampshire? Vermont, I think. He wanted to know about the Corona sign. Did I make that? No, that's just a cardboard cutout from the side of the box. Awesome. We did this picture. That turned out pretty cool with a garbage picked frame. That was nice. These are just some of my older paintings that I've done. I cut the center out of that album. That turned out pretty cool. And last but not least, I get I'm not going to say any names, but there's a girl in Iowa, not Ohio, Iowa, that says, Mr. Dees Nutz, can you show more cleavage? Really? Well, no, I can't, because that would be against regulations. All right, that's about it, everybody. If you got stupid questions, if you got any questions, any answers, any rags, any bones, any bottles of today, any rags, who'll say 76? I'll say 1776. That's the spirit, 1776. Anything going on, let me know. Questions, let me know. Inquiries, let me know. Stupid comments, let me know. You know, don't be texting me you're an idiot or whatever, because I know that. Duh. Corona. Corona. So, happy fishing. Happy hunting. Comments, ring the bell, subscribe, share it, baby, share it like you mean it. Chantilly lace and a pretty face and a ponytail hanging down, and a wiggle and a walk and a giggle and a talk, yeah, makes the world go round. Anyways, meanwhile, back at the ranch. So have a great day, everybody. Thanks for sticking with me on this very boring edition of Dees Nutz. I have no idea. At this point in time, I've been commissioned to make another Ohio sign. So maybe I'll take you through some steps of that. But really, as of right now, I don't know. I will tell you that I have been funded. I can't tell you how or why, but I was funded for the plastic pour, whatever. On the original table back in episode 10, I don't know what episode it was, the one where I did the puzzle and the mosaic on the sides, I did get funded for that polyurethane or whatever the heck they call it for the pour for the thick plastic. So I may be running to the store. That may be the next project. Who knows? I don't know. So, as always, God bless everybody. Have a great week. Share it, like it, ring the bell, ding-a-ling-a-ling, and I hope you're blessed beyond your expectations. Take it easy, everybody.